I just feel like this law is imperative.
An on-the-job injury left Robert Canfield of Battleground, Washington, permanently disabled. Today before a Senate committee, he testified about the trauma of the accident and the way state-paid doctors treated him afterward in exams, which Canfield believes were meant to discredit him and cut off his benefits.
In his paper, it said, Mr. Canfield is a liar. There's nothing wrong with him.
The bill before lawmakers would allow for the first time in the state injured workers to record state-mandated doctors' appointments called independent medical examinations, or IMEs. A survey by Washington state trial lawyers shows recording IMEs is allowed everywhere in the country except for 2 states, Michigan and Washington.
It hit me in the head right there. Blood was dripping all over me.
Last year, the King 5 investigators exposed how a state-paid psychiatrist allegedly sexually harassed disabled workers like Cheryl Riley. We found at least 15 complaints about Dr. Douglas Robinson over more than a decade, accusing him of being unprofessional and asking intrusive questions such as, "What is your favorite sexual position?" But without a recording, it was his word against the patient's.
He asked me, when was the last time you had sexual relations? So I said, well, it's been a long time. I've been divorced for a lot of years. And he looked at me again really hard and he said, when was the last time you had sexual relations with someone? And I got scared.
I represent injured workers in every part of Washington state for over 37 years.
Attorney Bill Hochberg testified in favor of the bill, saying the Dr. Robinson case is a glaring example of why it's needed.
It is a prime example. Without it, examiners like Dr. Robinson are able to fudge. That is unfair to injured workers, and they should not be played like that.
Groups testifying against said sensitive material could get out on social media and that recordings could infringe on people's privacy.
Workers are not going to be willing to discuss their most sensitive issues in the presence of a recording or of a friend or family member.
Brian Canfield testified during an exam, a state-hired chiropractor broke his hip, but that was his word against the doctors.
I heard it pop, so I knew something was wrong. I screamed out at him, and even in his report, he said, Mr. Canfield screamed out, but he didn't know why. Had there been a camera, everybody would know why.
This bill has already passed the House. Now it's in the hands of the Senate Labor and Commerce Committee. They have until the end of the month to take a vote. In Olympia, Susanna Frame, King 5 News.